Guys, I'm back for my Smackdown review, and as you can see, my MIZ t-shirt came, so I was going on about in the last video that I really wanted that t-shirt, so I went like straight on like WWE Euroshop after the video and had a look, and I was actually shocked that they actually had it, because that's like the first time that I'd seen it was on Raw, and usually WWE Euroshop are rubbish at like, you know, getting like stuff in, so when I saw it was on there, I was like, okay, have to have that, so I ordered it, so it's pretty awesome. So basically, if anyone out there doesn't like this video, then you are not awesome. That was really cheesy, but you know. So yeah, I put it in like extra small, and it's still like quite big, which is really annoying. Seriously, WWE Euroshop sucks. They need to like be like the actual WWE shop and have like women's sizes and like stuff, because this is like supposed to be like a child size, and it's like definitely not. So yeah. Anyway, I'll stop like rambling about my like MIZ t-shirt now and actually talk about Smackdown. Smackdown was actually pretty good this week. Obviously, it's the last show before Night of Champions, which is tonight, which I'm looking forward to. Obviously, I can't watch it until tomorrow, so I will do my best to get my review up on Tuesday, but if not, it'll probably have to be Wednesday. But I don't like to do a combined pay-per-view and Raw review because it's not the same. But anyway, so I'm sort of going on about other things like I normally do and actually talk about the show. So Edge comes out at the start of the show, obviously, because it's in Toronto, so you know, he's like returning and stuff, but he doesn't really do a lot. He's like hosting like the Cutting Edge show at the end between Randy Orton and Mark Henry. I was going to say Randy Horton then. That wouldn't have been good. Anyway, so basically just talks about how he like misses like wrestling and like misses like the fans and everything, like or anyone who, you know, hasn't been on a show for a while says. But then Cody Rhodes interrupts and says that he is the new face of SmackDown since Edge left, and that he's the triumphant one and Edge is the tragedy. Edge basically says, you know, he's going to leave because he's going to like fall asleep if Cody Rhodes talks at him anymore. So Cody kind of goes crazy and like is pointing to loads of fans in the crowd saying, you need a paper bag, you need a paper bag. And then a mystery figure with a paper bag over his head punches Cody in the face, and it turns out to be Ted DiBiase, and he hits Cody Rhodes with the Dream Street. And he goes to put a paper bag on Cody Rhodes' head, but then Cody leaves the ring, you know, like completely shocked that DiBiase did that to him. So that could possibly set up a match for those two at Night of Champions, because at the moment Cody Rhodes is the only like champion that doesn't have an opponent, as far as I'm aware. So I can foresee that they're going to put those two in a match. What the hang was that? Was that my phone? That just made like the weirdest noise ever. Anyway, I'll read that message in a minute. So then Sin Cara faces Daniel Bryan. Obviously this is like the new heelish Sin Cara. So Sin Cara basically gets disqualified not long into the match because he keeps on kind of like, you know, like kicking like Daniel Bryan like repeatedly when he's like tied up in the ropes. But then obviously another Sin Cara comes out who looks much like the original Sin Cara, so obviously this new guy is some kind of like imposter, and they basically like square off to each other in the ring and just kind of, you know, like keep like pointing at each other and stuff. They don't actually fight or anything, and it's a bit weird. But you know, so it's like, you know, fake Sin Cara versus real Sin Cara. And I have to say, before I go any further, tonight on SmackDown, the commentary wasn't too bad. They didn't go overboard like they normally do, and Booker T like I mean, I actually was kind of laughing at a lot of the stuff that he said, just because it was like so ridiculous, some of the things that he said. Basically, I think it was in like the first, like, oh no, I think it was in the Sin Cara match. I can't remember what move Sin Cara did or something, but like out of nowhere, Booker T suddenly goes, hip bone's connected to the leg bone, and it's like, and literally Michael Cole was like, what? And that was like my exact reaction when he said it as well. Like, I mean, it's so bizarre. And then after, like, you know, the Sin Cara thing happened, Michael Cole goes to Booker T, oh, so which one do you think is like, you know, the real one? And then he said, oh, I think the one that's in the ring now is the real one. And Michael Cole was like, well, how do you know? And he's like, well, I've been noticing for the last 2 weeks he's got like these little black dots on his boots, so I definitely think that's him. And Michael Cole is just literally like shaking with laughter, trying to be serious because Josh Matthews is like introducing like the next thing, and you can see like Booker T snickering and Michael Cole like desperately trying not to laugh because it's just like utterly ridiculous. Sorry if you guys get bored when I go on about like the commentary, but things like that like stick with me, and I just think like, what are they talking about? It was actually quite funny. So then we have a Divas match. It was AJ with Caitlyn versus Beth Phoenix with Natalya. Beth wins pretty much like after like a minute or two with the Glam Slam. So I'm really, really, really hoping that she wins this Sunday, well, tonight I should say, not this Sunday. I mean, like, you know, Friday night's mood. So I hope she wins tonight because Beth Phoenix deserves to be champion again because she's awesome. Wade Barrett and Christian are in a tag team match against Justin Gabriel and Sheamus, and it's funny how now suddenly Justin Gabriel was like completely over by like not doing anything, you know. He got like cheered like loads, and I was like, what? He was like, you know, like super heel not too long ago, and now everyone suddenly loves him. Sheamus has really got to like, you know, Sheamus is cool, but he's really got to drop these like really like lame kind of like stories and stuff, like saying, oh, like Christian looks like a horse's ass and stuff. I mean, maybe to young people that's funny, but I just think sometimes it's a bit immature and just, you know, the things that he says, you know, you can so tell it's like scripted by like WWE writers. So if he could just, you know, talk more like a normal human being, then it would be fine. But this has like made my day. Like in the crowd, I don't know, you guys probably saw it. I was thinking, is my friend Matt actually in the crowd? Because this would so be him holding up these signs. Someone had like a picture of like Sheamus, like his face inside like a lobster's like, you know, like outer kind of like face. So it said like lobster head under it, and I was like, oh, that's genius. And then like the person next to him was holding up a picture of Sheamus with like limes falling around it, saying too many limes. And oh, that honestly was like the best thing that I've ever seen on like a sign in the crowd. So whoever did that, honestly, you're a genius. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling about commentary and like fan signs now. Not talking about the actual wrestling. So the tag team match was actually pretty decent, to be honest. Justin Gabriel actually kind of held up pretty well, considering he was in the match with kind of like main eventer kind of people like Barrett and Christian and Sheamus, so it's pretty good. Sheamus, like at the end of the match, Wade Barrett's going for the waistland on Sheamus, but Sheamus counters out of it and hits him with a bro kick, and then Gabriel hits the 450 splash for the win. So that was a pretty good match. I wonder what kind of matches Barrett and Christian and Sheamus and that are going to be in it. Night of Champions, because they don't actually have a match at the moment, so they might just like throw them all together like they kind of did at the last pay-per-view with like anyone who wasn't already in a match, but we'll see what happens. Great Khali then faced Heath Slater. Jinder Mahal interfered so that Khali won by like DQ, but then Khali kind of took them both out after the match, so that's not really very interested in the whole Khali and Jinder Mahal feud, to be fair. Evan Bourne then faced R-Truth, and the most awesome entrance that I've seen for a while. Miz and R-Truth are so funny, honestly. I say this every time, but they're actually hilarious. Miz was annoying when he was like WWE champion just because he was used so badly, but now how he's being used with R-Truth is just awesome. It's no pun intended, it really is. It's so funny and it just works so well. I'm actually interested in like the tag team division again. But they came out, and obviously because R-Truth used to like, you know, do his like rap song thing when he used to come down to the ring, they like modified it to like say like, oh, both of them were singing like you suck, like instead of what's up, and oh, it was hilarious. You have to see it, so funny. And then obviously they do like their like little pose together that they do now. Genius. Miz is actually awesome. So R-Truth won really quickly, like seriously. Evan Bourne did like a few moves and it was like, oh, R-Truth won, so it was like fair enough. So that's probably going to imply that Air Boom are going to win at the pay-per-view, but we'll see what happens. It should be a good match. Anyway, so the final segment was the Cutting Edge show with Mark Henry and Randy Orton. It wasn't the best, to be honest. I used to like things like when Jericho used to do like the highlight reel and stuff, because it used to be funny, but this kind of segment was a bit like, it wasn't that great, you know, to be honest. I mean, Mark Henry and Orton aren't like the world's most hilarious, funny, interesting talkers, but, you know, it got like, you know, the point of it across. So Edge was just asking him questions. Edge asked Orton if he thought he could beat Henry, and Orton said yeah, because Henry's very best isn't good enough and he knows that he can beat him. So Edge said to Henry, oh, your career's been a bit of a disappointment. As a veteran, you should have won the title by now. Maybe you don't have the desire and ability. So, I can't even talk. So Henry would have said that, you know, he's done smiling and showing personality and he's going to destroy Orton and take the title. But then Orton says that after Sunday, Henry will still be the world's strongest 15-year failure, so that makes Henry kind of snap. They both drop the microphones. Edge is like, okay, this segment's over, so you guys can fight now. So they both start fighting each other. Teddy Long makes all the rest of the well, not all the rest, a lot of the Smackdown roster come and, like, you know, separate them. Doesn't quite work. They kind of, you know, just kind of still carry on fighting, but then Henry does the world's strongest slam and the splash on Orton twice to finish the show. So he finishes it the same as last week by holding up the title, like, yeah, I'm going to be the champion. But I don't think that's going to happen. So that was Smackdown. It was actually a pretty good show, I have to say. Smackdown is improving. So I kind of don't think like the focus now, because the fact that, you know, the Smackdown wrestlers are now both on Raw and Smackdown. I think they're kind of trying to build up. Wow, the wind is crazy outside. Like, just look at the tree outside. It's like, you can't even see it. It's gone like crazy. That doesn't look very mad, but it is actually quite windy outside. Anyway, I'm sure you guys don't really care about that. But, so, yeah, they seem to be building up like the Smackdown wrestlers quite a lot now by showing them on 2 shows, whereas generally the Raw superstars are only on Raw. So, anyway, Night of Champions predictions. I don't normally do that, because like I always say, I don't really do predictions that much because I'm always wrong, but, you know, I'll give my, like, kind of thoughts on the, like, matches and, like, who I think could win. So I'm not going to say for definite this person's going to win because I'm always wrong. So obviously, WWE Championship, we've got John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. I'm going to go for Del Rio because I think it would be a bit of a joke if he only had the title for like 1 month. It just would be rubbish, and like nobody wants to see Cena as champion again, at least not for a while. So I'm going to say Alberto Del Rio is going to keep this one. Hopefully, I know he's not like been the best champion so far, but hopefully if he could face someone else who's not John Cena, then it might be a bit better. So I'm going to go for, yeah, Del Rio. World Heavyweight Championship, Orton versus Henry. Oh, this is a difficult one, because I really don't know if Henry as champion is a good idea. It could be. I know it would be a bit of a change, like from Orton. I'm not just, you know, being like an Orton mark here and saying, oh, well, Orton should win all the time. But, you know, I don't know though. For some reason I can see Orton winning. Henry could win like the next one, but I have a feeling that Orton might win this one. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm going to go with that anyway. Divas Championship, Beth Phoenix versus Kelly Kelly. I am actually going to say that Beth Phoenix is going to win because I'm sure it's in her hometown. So obviously that would be good for her to win there, and just because Kelly's been champion for ages and it deserves to be Beth because she's just awesome. Tag Team Championships, Air Boom versus Awesome Truth. This is a difficult one only because MIZ and R-Truth both won this week. That would say give them the advantage, but usually if a wrestler's had like, you know, all the advantage going in, they don't win at the pay-per-view. So as much as I would like Awesome Truth to win, I think I'm going to go for Air Boom this time. I'm probably going to be wrong, guys, so just don't listen to what I'm saying in this bit. US Championship, we've got obviously the four-way match between Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, Alex Riley, and John Morrison. Why he suddenly got in that feud, I have no idea, because it's been nothing to do with him this whole time, but whatever. I am going to go for... I don't know, I might go for Swagger, because I think this whole thing that's been going on with him and Vicky and that, this could be like the end of like the kind of, like, well, not the end of the feud, but like the end of the kind of road for Dolph and Vicky possibly. Not really sure. I don't really see Riley winning it, to be honest. And Morrison's just been like thrown in there, so it's going to be out of either Dolph or Ziggler. Dolph or Ziggler. Dolph or Swagger, in my opinion. So I'll go for Swagger, but Ziggler if not him. And then obviously the Intercontinental Championship at the moment, like it's Cody hasn't officially got an opponent, but I have a feeling it could be Ted DiBiase. But I think that Cody will still keep it if he does face DiBiase, but hopefully this will kind of build up, because DiBiase looked really strong in that segment. Like when he hit that Dream Street, it looked really cool. And I was thinking, why does like DiBiase never look that good like normally? But he looked really good on Smackdown. And then obviously Triple H versus CM Punk in, you know, the match where if Triple H loses, he resigns as COO. I think I'm going to go for Triple H, but I don't think it's going to be a like clean, obviously easy win. Something's bound to happen. Kevin Nash is going to interfere, Laurinaitis, Stephanie. Something obviously is going to happen to like continue this kind of feud, because it would be stupid for it just to be over just like that. But I have a feeling that Triple H is going to win. But like I said, I don't really know how he's going to win. So yeah, that is obviously my review of Smackdown, so thank you guys for watching, and I will do my best to obviously get the Night of Champions review up on Tuesday. I just don't think I'll be able to do it tomorrow, because I don't finish work till 6, so by the time I've had tea and stuff, it's like, you know, gone 7, and then, you know, 3 hours, blah blah blah, too late, can't record at night time in my room, so it's too dark and editing, blah blah. So anyway, I could have just simplified that a lot, but as you know, I'm kind of rambling. My legs have actually gone dead, so I need to end this video soon, because I'm going to be in a lot of pain otherwise. So yeah, so thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys on Tuesday with my paper review. Ugh. I failed my ending. I can't believe that. That is so terrible. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday with my pay-per-view review. Bye!